Hey, if you're new here, I'm Mike, 38-year-old dad, bit overweight, undertrained, used to be okay at running, but I'm attempting to take on the Kepler trail, which is a 3 or 4 day hike in the mountains, but doing it in a day. It was the 28th of March 2023 when I did this. Many parts of my day were not fun, but hey, those are the days that make the best stories, right? Our family is currently travelling full-time around New Zealand in this caravan, exploring as much as we can and tackling some beautiful and remote places. We've got our 3 kids in tow and we're pretty much just taking our time to do this before the busy high school years begin. But running the Kepler track in a day, this is actually a running race which takes place in December. The record time, unbelievably, is under 5 hours. That's just crazy. It's 60 kilometres with about 2,000 metres of climbing and takes you right up above the tree line. New Zealand has a set of overnight trips called the Great Walks, which take people into some pretty spectacular places. They all require booking a spot to secure a bed in one of the 3 huts, which is near impossible because it's so popular. So the cheapest way to do it is to do it in a day. Alright, start of the Kepler. It snowed last night, it was 5 degrees. Mountains have got snow on them, which will make for a scenic day. But a cold day. We'll see what it's like when we get up onto the tops. The weather forecast for the day was mostly sunny with a 40% chance of a shower at 11 AM. It seemed like the snow had come through in the night and the skies were mostly cleared now for a good day. I've had to take off my thermals because I'm sweating profusely. It's one thing about me is you see everyone else getting up in winter jackets and ski pants and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and drenched in sweat. But I've had another K or so and then we start the climb. Right, we're getting near the 10k mark, climbed about 500 metres and it's snowing. Oh, we're expecting a couple of showers today, but hopefully it doesn't get too serious. Alright, well this is the end of the tree line and this is where it gets real exposed. So we'll see what it's like. Still in bloody shorts and a t-shirt though. Normally once you get up to this bit, it's just beautiful views looking out over the lakes, but we're in the clouds, so it doesn't really make it too exciting, does it? Could be anywhere. Now is probably a good time to say I did have warm dry gear in my pack for an emergency, as well as a survival sleeping bag. I just usually leave it in my pack because I just end up getting it wet. It was at the hut though, at 14.5 kilometres that I assessed whether I should continue or to turn back. What gave me a boost of confidence was the snow had stopped and everyone who was here last night has moved on up the mountain. Well, I spent about 20 minutes at this hut. Absolutely freezing now, but the weather's improved a bit. It's pretty icy. Alright, let's get moving. Okay, once I get moving for 5 or 10 minutes, I warm up pretty quick. The clouds are moving crazily over here. Look at them sinking down. The good thing, that's the weather coming my way, the blue skies. The track's pretty visible, which is good. I'm back in the clouds though. This part of the mountain is apparently the sheltered part. To reach the top of this bit, we go down and then it's pretty exposed, so hopefully it's not too bad. Come on, sun. Makes a big difference when that sun's on you. But it was on that exposed section the weather really came at me.
I'm gonna lose my mind, might not make it out this time. I'm choking on every breath. They tell you that life's not fair. Well, it's not heaven I'm looking for, but I can't take this mess no more. If the water keeps rising high, I won't make it out alive. In over my head, in over my head. I've been locked up, knocked down, pushed around, scared as hell. I might be till I'm dead. In over my head, in over my head. I can't breathe, can't see. I'm never gonna leave it. This hell that I'm living in. In over my head, in over my head. I've heard it all before, but can't see the light no more. This fear's rising up in my chest, and night never brings me no rest. Oh, my throat's too sore.
It's really snowing hard now. This is that exposed section. Gosh, it feels crazy. These mountains are just so steep. Look at that.
In over my head, in over my head. I've been locked up, knocked down, pushed around, scared as hell. I might be till I'm dead. In over my head, in over my head. Can't breathe, can't see. I'm never gonna leave it. This hell that I'm living in. In over my head, in over my head. Gave up, walked out the door. God, don't listen anymore. God, don't listen.
Man, bitterly cold. Legs are a bit stingy cold. Going across the top of those ridge lines was actually pretty scary, and I felt pretty vulnerable. It was not a place that you'd want something to go wrong. It was real good to see that emergency shelter and knew I was nearly off the tops. It was also pretty full of people that were hiking the trail, having a break from that weather. Alright, I'm now descending. That was really hard. I feel like I was on that ridge line for well over an hour in some pretty severe wind. Whew, the old legs, look at them. But that must be the worst bit done, I hope. So a bit of a long descent now, and then we'll be on the flatter stuff. Normally it's the ridge line that I love being up on, but it was so nice to be in the bush. It was so still and peaceful, even with light snowfall.
Time flies, but where does it go? By your side, I don't need to know. If you're mine, don't care what tomorrow holds. Just live in the moment with me. 'Cause honey, you and I got all that we need. From the first kiss, your lips had a hold on me.
Leopardsgowild, just about at the bottom now, and here's the sun, and I can see these big massive mountains through the trees. I'm sure the GoPro can't, but if I get a view of them, you'll definitely be seeing them. Oh, look at that, we've made it to the Irisburn hut. Seeing one of these huts, even if you're not staying there, just gives you a bit of a morale boost, just knowing that you're checking off another spot on the trail. From here, it says 6 hours to the next hut, and I was hoping that I was going to be able to do that in 2 hours, because it's supposed to be a nice gentle down the hill to the hut. But I found that my kilometres were ticking off really slowly on this section. So I'm just about to go through 31 k's. Whew. Legs are feeling pretty heavy. About 19 to go. Definitely been in worse places and running events, like in terms of how my legs feel. I've felt a lot worse with 19Ks to go before, so that's good.
I never knew the right words until I found you. These eyes are never open until I saw you. My heart's now unfolding, and it was made for you. Every day before you I was holding out. If you want the stars, I can pull them down. Baby, in my arms, you'll be safe and sound.
All right, my legs are toast. We've made it to Lake Manapoti. Whoa, snowy mountains over there. Look at that. I would happily be rescued by a boat right now. Take me back. And there's our last hut. Ooh, good view there.
Oceans we parted, and mountains yet.
Even the comfort of a dock hut sounds good today. Although you'd be sharing a room with like 50 people, and I bet you they'd all be snoring after having a day out on the trail. So maybe, probably not for this section, maybe 45 more minutes. And be having a nice cold can and be in the truck with the heater on.
In front of me, all I can see is how it all unfolds. From the sunrise to the dead of night, I'll never let you go.
Wow, I did it. Pretty stoked it's over, to be honest. It's been a pretty cold day, pretty wet, very hard. It's been a long time since I've done anything like that. Tomorrow will tell how bad the regrets are.